Good morning. Today we are going to talk about some very bad book quotes. This was inspired by this TikTok. I'll play a little bit of it for you.
Let's go look at another book talk comment section. This lady DNF'd a book because she read the line, "I should be fair, but fair is where they sell cotton candy," and people are sharing the worst lines that they've read in books, and they're hilarious. He asked me my name, I made one up. Pringle. Why would you write this? What? And the person's comment is still reading. Girl, DNF that.
I don't have TikTok, so I don't know how to find the link. This was posted on my Discord, and one of my patrons tagged me and was like, hey, you should do this. And I agree. This looks like a ton of fun. But I will do my best to find the link to the TikTok, and I'll put it in the description of this video. So I pulled some of my favorite quotes that make me say, why though? Did you do it? Why did you say it like that? And I also asked my patrons to grab some of their favorite why though quotes. So we're going to talk about them, and we're just going to go ahead and tier rank them too, because I just think we should rank the awful. The tier ranking lists, the list rankings are as follows. Bottom tier is garbage. There's no explaining this. There's no discussion to be had. Throw it out. A little bit better than that is explain yourself. I'll give you a moment to justify your actions, but you must explain. Above that, we have stop this, which I suppose now that I'm thinking about it maybe could be swapped, but it's more like a stop it. And then we can move on. Not like a, we need to spend some time talking about this. What is wrong with you that you wrote these words? Above that is cringe. This isn't so offensive. Okay, you wrote something that's cringy. Let's move on now. And then finally we have glorious. This is so bad that it's now made full circle, and I actually love it. And please continue to do this. I would like much more. We're going to start with some of my quotes that I have brought to you, and then we'll move on to what the Discord has provided. We're starting the video off with Colleen Hoover, Ugly Love. You knew it would be here. I knew it would be here. Let's just get it out of the way. Thank you for this baby, she says from the back seat. He's beautiful. I laugh. You're responsible for the beautiful part, Rachel. The only thing he got from me was his balls. She laughs. She laughs hard. Oh my gosh, I know, she says. They're so big. We both laugh at our son's big balls. Colleen Hoover, why? I know it's easy to get caught up on the ridiculousness of this dialogue, but I don't think we should skip past the poor writing of it all as well. She laughs. She laughs hard. This is the kind of stuff I see people making fun of Twilight for, and I just want it to be known that it's here too. Actually, every Colleen Hoover book I've read, which has been like 2 or 3, it's not been a lot, has had bad writing like this, where it's just like no vivid description. It's just like this quick thing repeated over and over again, which I know Colleen Hoover, that's one of the appeals of hers. She's so easy to read, and that's because she doesn't prose. And then she writes nonsense like this, and you wonder, oh, are you well? Oh, I forgot we were tier ranking. We're gonna put her in explain yourself. Actually, no, we're already past that. I think we're beginning the video in garbage. I think that's fair. You think that's fair. You're not present while I'm filming to object, so I'm gonna assume that's true. Garbage, we move on. Next, let's hang out with Nevernight for a quote or two, shall we? Nevernight is a book that I think is terrible. We have an assassin going off to an assassin school and then forgetting all about her assassin goals because she falls in love. That's probably uncharitable. It's been several years. I just remember her goals were so plain and clear, and she was driven, and then she fell in love, and then it like was not really a focus so much anymore. Not to say that the romance took over, but she just became like significantly less interesting. After the magical boob job, I would say, is about the time where she like lost a lot of her character and just kind of like became more of like a bland YA protagonist. And I know that people get really offended when Nevernight, and by people I mean Jay Kristoff, gets really offended when Nevernight is categorized as YA adjacent, but I'm going to read some stuff to you and you can decide for yourself. He swallowed thick. Are you accursed? I am a daughter of the dark between the stars, she replied. I am the thought that wakes the bastards of this world sweating in the Nevernight. I am the vengeance of every orphaned daughter, even murdered mother, every bastard son. Mia leaned forward and looked the man in the eye. I am the war you cannot win. I mean, she sure is trying to be edgy. She's putting the effort in. I just feel that this entire book is very try-hard. From the dialogue to the character descriptions to the type of assassin training that they have, like everything just feels like it doesn't actually feel gritty. It just feels like really, really try-hard edgy. Even down to the similes with, oh my goodness, Kristoff loves his similes. In this book, he will choose a simile and then just like cling to it like it's the most profound thing in the world. Like, I just said something that's gonna stick with you. Let me remind you of it every couple of pages. So like you have a character that is described as being so beautiful that he's like a fresh suicide. Beautiful now, but will rot in a few hours. That's the way the character is described. As anyone who's ever experienced death by suicide secondhand can probably affirm how beautiful that is. Anyway, then every time that character walks into the room, we're reminded that that's the simile attached to this character. And so Mia will just say, this character with his suicide smile, or with his corpse beauty. Corpse beauty, Kristoff? What are you on? What do you think you're accomplishing? Do you think that I'm imagining something pretty, or do you think that I'm imagining the corpse bride? I'm going to put this firmly in the explain yourself tier. You have some explaining to do. Next up we have Murakami. I have some quotes for you on this one too, don't I? Oh, I need my phone because I took those screenshots from a past review. All right, let me get we're going to do Kafka on the Shore next. Okay, you know what? With Kafka on the Shore, I think it would be okay if we just put screenshots up and called it a day. So, Kafka on the Shore, we have the interesting biology facts. I would like it to be known that the woman being aroused and then spontaneously having a period happens in multiple Murakami books. But don't worry, male arousal is also talked about regularly in this book, and it's usually about his sister or his mother. Actually, no, some of these I'm not even going to put on the screen. We also have pages-long description of a cat, or multiple cats, I'm sorry, a series of cats being dissected while living so that he can eat their still beating hearts to power his magical flute. Lovingly and respectfully to all the Murakami fans, I'm putting this one in garbage. Here we go, last one that I'm providing, the best one that I'm providing. It's Eye of Argon. The beautiful thing about this book is the thesaurus use in it. I'll give you an example. Some of it's just illegible. After all, a man cannot slink from a heavily guarded palace while buried down by the intense bulk of a squatting statue, providing, of course, that the idol can even be hefted, which, in fact, was beyond the reaches of Gringer's coursing stamina. Yeah. I totally agree. If not for his keen auditory organs and lightning-steeled reflexes, Gringer would have been groping through the shadowed hell pits of the Grim Reaper. His keen auditory organs? That's my favorite description for, if not for his keen ears, I have ever read. One more, because also there's some grammar errors here. Aye, the ways of our civilization are in many ways warped and distorted. But what is your calling? She queried, bustily. Yes, the question mark is in the wrong spot. He forgot to put it, where the quote was. She queried, bustily? Was she busty when she queried this? But also, how do you query something bustily? I still don't know, but it makes me happy that this line was written. This is in the glorious category. I'll be hearing no argument in that. All right, let's pop over to Discord and grab a couple of those submissions before I have to leave to go to an appointment. I already occupy the top of the list and the bottom of the list, so we need some help filling out the rest. Yes, Sanbun has a specific vengeance for this particular quote. She watched him leave, unfazed, but angered. This is actually a common thing that this book did, where it would say one thing, like, she's unfazed, she doesn't care, but also she's pretty mad about this. This happened a lot throughout this book, and it made Sanbun so mad. I think I'm just gonna put this in stop this. Like, just stop doing it, and then we can all move on. It's not the end of the world, but do stop. Her flawless pale skin was also spangled with gemstones. I don't know how they'd been attached, but they clung to her and sent little flashes of color glittering around the cavern when she moved. They were concentrating most densely around her. Well, She'd been, vajazzled. Butcher, you're embarrassing your fans. I could easily tell you that this is Butcher. I couldn't tell you which book it's in. I mean, I know because Fulcrum attached the book cover. Thank you for that. But my point is, this isn't unique. These kinds of lines do come up. And I've read all these books. Sometimes I question why. I'm going to put it in Stop This. I think that's fair. I considered cringe, but no, I think we all collectively would like to ask Butcher to stop. For the first month of Ricardo and Felicity's affair, they greeted one another at every stolen rendezvous with a kiss. A lengthy, ravenous kiss. Ricardo lapping and sucking at Felicity's mouth as if she were a giant cage-mounted water bottle and he were the world's thirstiest gerbil. Oh, I'm gonna need you to explain yourself on that one. What? I want context. Can you tell me, is this meant to be describing something that's like, obviously it's two people coming together, kind of like a Joe Abercrombie kind of meeting where they just like throw themselves together and it's messy and it's chaotic and it's feral and like that's the point. Is that the point? Or is this meant to be enticing in some way? Oh, I hope it's the latter. Oh, right. Okay. Oddly, Luke was thinking of a dog he had once owned when an immensely powerful something wrenched at the ship's hull with the strength of a fallen angel. So I recognize this without having to look at the book cover because I've read this recently and it is weird. It is strange. Like something very dramatic just happened and then Luke is just thinking about a dog. He's just like, ah, man, it reminds me of a dog. And then, like, that's never brought back up again. That's never rehashed. We never meet the dog. It's just like a random line. And even that random line, when an immensely powerful something wrenched the ship's hull, it's like, it's not good. There are several lines in this book that I'm just like, what? Why, though? Why'd you say it like that? I keep forgetting I'm tier ranking. We're going to put this in cringe. I think that's fine. It's not good. But no one's gonna die having read that line. I have died several deaths throughout this video, and I can confirm that it can happen with bad writing. Users can now teleport back and forth between their favorite fictional worlds. Middle-earth, Vulcan, Pern, Arrakis, Discworld, Midworld, Riverworld, Ringworld. I get it. I understand. They can travel to different worlds. Are you just listing all the ones you know? Is this a competition? Should I just start listing mine now too? We're gonna put this in Stop This. That's utterly ridiculous. Anastasia, I need you supple, strong, and with stamina. Trust me, you need to exercise. What? I'm sorry, what? Is my guy saying, in order for us to have this contract, you're gonna have to start working out, girl? Because I need you to be able to perform? Brother. We're going to throw that in the garbage. I think we'll end on Twilight because that just seems appropriate. If I move this, can I, like, get less in the sun? No. All right, well, anyway, we're going to end on Twilight. Edward leaned his head against the same shoulder where he'd placed Renesmee. Goodbye, Jacob, my brother, my son. I thought Edward and Jacob hated each other. They become brother-son in the meantime? Golly, the son. Have they become so family that it's, like, double? Have they become so close that it's like, you're both to me? Didn't Jacob try to steal his girl? Didn't Jacob steal his daughter? Didn't Jacob try to steal his girl and then say, no, I was actually attracted to her unfertilized egg? Now I want that? When the baby came out? I mean, I didn't read that far into the book, so maybe I'm wrong. But that feels a little bit too personal for that situation. Arrow started to laugh. Ha ha ha, he chuckled. Wait, there's also a quote, an end quote after he chuckled. This is I Am Argon level stuff. This is, he laughed, now let me write out the laugh, and then at the end we'll make sure that you understand that it's laughing. with a quotation in the wrong spot. Oh no. Oh no. All right, we're gonna have to split Twilight up. So for the Breaking Dawn, I'm going to have to throw that in, explain yourself. You're going to have to explain how someone is both your brother and your son and how specifically we got here from where I left off with the series. And then for New Moon, I'm so sorry to say, This is going inglorious. I believe I'm correct in doing so. Editing Murphy here. This is one that I missed when I was scrolling through the Discord, but it deserves to be publicly shamed as well. His growls of pleasure filled up the tent, drowning out the cries of the injured and dying. Mass, sweetie, explain yourself. Okay, one more that I missed as I was rushing to get to my appointment. It was about as distinctive as the most distinctive thing that you could ever think about. Brilliant. Such prose. So wow. Thanks for watching this video, even as the sun tried to sabotage the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took it lightly and in good fun, even if a book that you love showed up here today to be roasted. And if you didn't, I mean, that's fine too. Give me a comment. Tell me why you're mad. And feel free to post your own terrible quotes in the comment section so that we can all enjoy those as well. If you have some that you found particularly horrendous, please do share. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video and I'll read some of the quotes that you give me in the comment section. And we'll tier rank those. I'll see you again soon. Bye.